At Biggs and Greenslade, when we say maximize your recovery, we're not just talking about monetary compensation.
We're talking about making the most complete physical recovery, getting back to the people and things you love, and making the most of the time that you've been given.
We always dreamed of upgrading our car, but it felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found Kelly Community. They listened, asked questions, built a plan that worked for us. Now, we're not just driving a car, we're driving toward our future. Kelly Community Federal Credit Union.
The lawyer who is most prepared is going to win most of the time. And it doesn't take a catchy phrase or some type of gimmick to do that. This is a family business, and that's what our focus is taking care of our clients who are our family as soon as they walk in the door.
Well, good evening here from Tyler High School in the Rose City, and we have the Rose City Rivalry, our first broadcast of the 25-26 school year. I'm Reese Landon with Tyler ISD Athletics, bringing you along for all the fun here tonight. It is the Lady Raiders and the Lady Lions here from the Lions Den on this Tuesday night. So Tyler Legacy coming into this one at 7-1. Tyler High on the other side, they come in at 5-6. The Lady Raiders have won they have won 6 in a row coming into this one. Tyler High coming off the Tyler ISD Invitational, 5-6 overall. They've won 2 of 3. Tyler Legacy, they are under the helm of a first-year head coach coming over from Grace Community. That is Leo Scott for the Lady Raiders. His first season has been a success, at least to start. Tyler Legacy sweeping down in Galveston. I still got to get I haven't gotten that quite down yet. That's something different about Texas. I never knew how to pronounce it. I always thought it was Galveston growing up. It's not Galveston, Galveston. I got to figure that one out. But Tyler Legacy sweeping a tournament down there against competition from the South Texas area, 7-1 coming in. Prior to that, they had 2 matches on Tuesday, one against Gilmer, one against White House, a straight sweep, 3-0 against Gilmer. Against White House, it went all the way to 5 sets. Tyler Legacy coming out on the wrong end of that, White House winning 3-2. That is their only loss so far this year. Taking a peek around the district, Tyler Legacy, they are currently in second place. No district games played yet, but you look at the overall records. North 40, they're 10-0 to start out the year. A really strong start for the Lady Falcons. Longview also 4-2. Royce City 6-4, 45-5. Go down to Rockwall, though. Rockwall Heath and Rockwall both playing really good competition last weekend. 3-5, 1-4 respectively for the Hawks and the Yellow Jackets. Game 9 of the season for Tyler Legacy. Game 12 for Tyler High, who was victorious in the silver bracket consolation game of the Tyler ISD Invitational on Saturday. They took down Troop 2-1. It's kind of been Jekyll and Hyde so far for the Lady Lions. They won 3 of 4 to start out the year, but then lost 4 in a row, all in straight sets. One against Van on Thursday. Mineola, Spring Hill, and Bullard all sweeps. On the other end of it was Tyler High on Friday. Saturday they came back, though, nicely. 2-1. Wins over Bullard and Troop. They fell 2-0 to Pleasant Grove. We have a little bit of an earlier start time tonight with the JV games going a little bit short, and we'll tell you about the starting lineups on the other side of this break. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics, presented by Greenslade Law.
I was actually involved in a rear-end collision, and I was injured. It's not a fair and perfect world. Sometimes you have to have an attorney, and I just happen to know a good one. If you were to hire them, they're not going to promise you the world and under-deliver. I received a pretty sizable amount of compensation. It would have been a nightmare if I hadn't reached out to Biggs and Greenslade.
We always dreamed of upgrading our car, but trying to navigate it all? It felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found Kelly Community, where someone finally helped us find the way. They listened, asked questions, built a plan that worked for us. With competitive rates, simple approvals, and real rewards for loyalty, we finally felt in control. Now, we're not just driving a car, we're driving toward our future, backed by a team we trust. Kelly Community Federal Credit Union. Feels good to do more.
We're back here from Tyler High, where we're getting ready to go here. Like I mentioned, the early start time with the short finish, the JV game. There's about 1:40 on the clock. Should be ready to go here in a couple of minutes. And while we have the time, we're going to take a peek at the starting lineups that you'll see here on your screen. This is projected, by the way, what I was told a couple days ago, so this is subject to change. In the starting lineup for Tyler High, Brianna Tabaris, the sophomore, Jaylee Flores, a senior, Kaylin McLean, a senior, Jaslyn Duran, also a senior, then Ryan Vega, the sophomore, and Nereda Sosa, she is a senior. On the other side here is how Tyler Legacy will line up. This is projected, as I mentioned. Kate Priest, the senior, as well as Aubrey Felton, another senior, Blair Lash, a senior as well. The one sophomore in the lineup, Annie Trahan, she wears number 11. Taylor Woods wearing 12, and Madison Goyne, both of those seniors, 12 and 17, rounding out the Tyler Legacy starting lineup. And while we have the moment, we're going to take a peek at a couple of stat graphics here on your screen. First, for the visiting Lady Raiders, we'll take a peek at Taylor Woods and her start to the season. So for Woods, she's averaging about 8.5 kills per match, 5.1 digs. You see the hit percentage just shy of 33%, almost 2 aces, and averaging a bunch of attack attempts per match, 20.3 on the season. The Louisiana Tech commit. She's going to be a Bulldog next year. The senior for Tyler Legacy, the daughter actually of Tyler High head football coach Rashawn Woods. Take a peek at Taylor's numbers there. Now we're going to flip over to the other side of the coin. Let's take a peek at Kaylin McLean here on your screen now. Actually, give me just one moment. First game of the year for everybody, so I gotta get this down too. But Kaylin McLean, the senior, her numbers coming in just shy of the mark by Woods, 7.9 kills per match, almost 5 digs. The hit percentage right at 25%. Not much in the ace category, but also like Woods, a lot of attack attempts, nearly 20 per match for Kaylin McLean, the senior for Dawn Stewart's Lady Lions. Those are the two stars you need to know coming into this one. McLean and Woods, both of them playing on the front line for both sides. Just about ready to go here on a hot day, I'll put it that way. The real feel soaring near 110 during the day, but it's nice and cool here inside the Lions Den as we get ready to go from Tyler High. Again, the projected starters for both sides. First, for the visiting Lady Raiders, it goes Priest, Felton, Lash, Trahan, Woods, and Goyne. On the other side of the coin for Tyler High, it looks like Tabaris as well as Flores, McLean, Duran, Vega, and Sosa. Leo Scott, as I mentioned, in his first year, manning the helm of the Lady Raiders, coming over from Grace Community. Dawn Stewart in her second year manning the Lady Lions, hoping for bigger things here in year 2. She's already at half of the win total from last year, 5-6 start, hoping for bigger things. So get ready to go here from Tyler High. National anthem about to go, and we'll bring it right back after volleyball action on the other side of this break. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here as we are just about ready to go. The Lady Raiders and the Lady Lions here on a Tuesday night from Tyler. Game number 12 for Tyler High, game number 9 for Tyler Legacy. Again, Reese Lane in here with Tyler ISD Athletics, pushing all the buttons here tonight. I apologize for our camera view. We're currently in the huddle camera phase and we have a panoramic view. I want to eventually get it to a tactical view, but unfortunately that's not possible right now. So we're just going to kind of figure out as we go. Actually, while the starter's being introduced, take a 30-second timeout. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics.
To do at Biggs and Greenslade is partner with our clients and help them navigate a complicated process. I spent 10 years as a prosecutor and 10 years as a police officer before that, so I've had experience on every aspect of our court system.
I used to work for insurance companies. I was their trial lawyer. I know exactly how the insurance companies evaluate claims. We will make sure that we're hardworking so that we can take over your case and allow you to take care of yourself.
Back here from the Lions Den, Tyler High just getting done introduced. You can see their roster at the bottom of your screen on the ticker. This is the first time these teams have met, obviously, this year, very early into their years. Last year, it was at Tyler Legacy. Tyler Legacy coming out on top 3-0 in that. Tyler High and Tyler Legacy also doing battle in 2022. That was in tournament play, a 2-0 victory over Tyler High for Tyler Legacy. But the last Tyler High win was actually the 2 matches before that, both in 2019. Tyler High got the best of Tyler Legacy, winning those. This is the 20th time these teams have met since at least 2005. So pretty much every single year. You did have a couple of lean years in 21 as well as 23, but that's the first time they played in back-to-back years since 2018 and 2019. So we're doing it here tonight from the Lions Den. Tyler High in the home black jerseys with blue shorts. Tyler Legacy all black, black shorts, black jerseys. Again, Leo Scott in his first year for the Lady Raiders. Dawn Stewart on the other side in her second year for the Lady Lions. She's approaching now on nearly 500 career victories. Well, here we go. Tyler Legacy, their starters on the floor. Actually, we're going to have a little bit of a change, it looks like, as Taylor Woods as well as Aubrey Felton, Blair Lash, Madison Goyne, Annie Trahan, and Olivia Graves. But I believe Graves is about to depart for Kate Priest. On the other side for Tyler High, their starters, Jaslyn Duran, Ryan Vega, Kaylin McLean, Mackenzie Callow, Jaylee Flores, and then Nareda Sosa. Just about ready to get going. Priest getting ready to check in and does for Graves. So that starting lineup that we saw for Tyler Legacy, we'll put it on your screen here again, was exactly as is. Priest, Felton, Lash, Trahan, Woods, and Goyne. Tyler Legacy will serve first. It'll be Goyne, the transfer in her senior year, dropping back to tally it away first, and we are underway. Our first broadcast of 2025-2026. Middle of the net, blocked. Nice job by Felton, the younger sister of former Tyler Legacy catcher Noah Felton. 1-0 Red Raiders. So going back to serve again. Pretty full gym here tonight. Obviously, you've got the 2 public schools in town playing as McLean fires that one straight into the net. 2-0 Tyler Legacy here early. Going back to serve again for the Lady Raiders, and she'll put it over the timeline. Low line drive, Callow digs it out. Tyler High scurrying back to get it, and they won't be able to. Diving after it, Flores, but can't get it. 3-0 Tyler Legacy. Upcoming broadcast, or actually our next one will be football. That will be next Thursday. Tyler Legacy and Texas High, the season opener on a Thursday night. Duran here off to Vega, gets it over. Lash will set it up for the Lady Raiders. Felton just outside the white line. There's the first point for Tyler High. 3-1 here early. But full broadcast docket next week. We're going to have Tyler Legacy Volleyball. That'll actually, I apologize, our first football broadcast next Thursday. Tyler Legacy Volleyball, 6:30. Hopefully that is the correct start time. I know we were a little bit early tonight, but 6:30 start against North Crowley on Tuesday. We'll have the coverage of that. Here's Woods, blocked at the net. Flores fires it into the middle, going with the dig. Trahan, here's Lash, right side. Corralled by Tyler High. McLean off to Vega, who tapped it. A battle at the net, rolls along the net, but Tyler Legacy keeps it. Woods over, and where did it fall? Just inside the white. And there's a point for Tyler Legacy. Kill for Taylor Woods, who's averaging almost 9 kills per match this year. So Priest back to serve it away, and that kill number will go up as well as the season goes along, because tournament play, you're only playing 3 sets. As there's a kill for Ryan Vega, the sophomore for Tyler High. That'll make it 4-2 here early. But next week, we'll have Tuesday volleyball as well as Thursday football, Friday football. You're going to get to meet a new color commentator we'll have for football on that Thursday night. Former Red Raider football player Jeremiah Turner. He's back in town and doing color for me this year for Tyler Legacy football games. Herman Howard will join me, as always, on Tyler High. Here's Graves, who drives it home for the Lady Raiders, 5-2 in favor of Tyler Legacy. Looks like we're going to get a couple substitutions here on both sides. Departing is Lash, departing is Trahan. Checking into the game for the first time is Annie's sister, Abby. She'll serve it away here. Also in for Tyler Legacy, Peyton Neely. Served over. Sosa tried to dig it, but it goes the wrong way, and there's a point for Tyler Legacy. 6-2 here early. Actually, let me get the scoreboard updated. I realized I just had the it's early season kinks for everybody. I had the scoreboard completely off. It is 6-2 in favor of Tyler Legacy. So Trahan back to serve it away again. Tyler Legacy looking to win their 6th in a row here tonight. Sosa with the dig. Here's Duran. Sets it up, and late fade Lewis, just a free ball over. Trahan off to Woods. Woods drives it in, but a nice job to dig it out by Flores. And now with setting Duran, nobody was home. Here's a point for Tyler Legacy, 7-2 here early. But we'll have volleyball Tuesday, football Thursday, football Friday. So last year's schedule gave us no home games until the Rose City rivalry. They're keeping my docket plenty full this year. Thursday at 7 o'clock, Friday at 7 o'clock. Legacy against Texas High on that Thursday night, and then Tyler High against Marshall on Friday. We'll have the coverage of both games, obviously, here on Tyler ISD Athletics. There's a drive home by Taylor Woods. 8-2 here early, and Dawn Stewart wants to talk it over. Timeout on the floor. Tyler Legacy 8 and Tyler High 2. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics.
I was actually involved in a rear-end collision, and I was injured. It's not a fair and perfect world. Sometimes you have to have an attorney, and I just happen to know a good one. If you were to hire them, they're not gonna promise you the world and underdeliver. I received a pretty sizable amount of compensation. It would have been a nightmare if I hadn't reached out to Biggs and Greenslade.
Back here from the Lions Den, following the timeout, Dawn Stewart wanting to talk it over with her group. Tyler High trying to regroup, down 8-2 here early. Trahan to send it over again for Tyler Legacy. She'll put it over the net, a line drive. Kayla Lewis towards the back line, but over the back line. A point for Tyler Legacy. They have now expanded their lead up to 9-2 here early. I'm talking with Coach Scott throughout the offseason and early into non-district play. It's evident that he's trying to kind of build a new culture, and that culture, as there's a hit into the net, that culture is kind of based around not really being afraid of anybody in the district, willing to go up and play anybody. And not that it wasn't before under former coach Brian Weingart, who did a lot of good things for the Tyler Legacy program. Scott's just trying to hammer home the point of, hey, we're not going to be afraid of anybody. We're not going to be afraid of Rockwall. We're not going to be afraid of the Forneys. We're not going to be afraid of anybody in front of us. We're just going to go out there and play. Woods digs, now off to Neely, who drives it towards the back line. A nice job by Sosa. Flores deflected at the net, but off of Tyler Legacy. And Tyler High starting to chip back into it a little bit. It's 9-4. Both these teams starting lineups on the older side, to say the least. Tyler Legacy, they started 5 seniors and then the sophomore in Trahan. Here's Woods skying to the air, but a nice job by Duran to dig it out. Unfortunately, it's going wayward to the side of the Lady Raiders and out of bounds. (10-4). Woods will go back to serve. Talked about her a little bit in the pregame, averaging nearly 2 aces a year. She's normally on the front line. She'll send that over towards McLean. A high carom to Sosa. Nearing the bench, nobody's going to get it. And there's another ace for Taylor Woods. 11-4 advantage here early. Tyler High, they're playing in their home gym where they've played quite a bit despite no true home games thus far. They played 2 at Kilgore, playing Kilgore and Longview, but an entire tournament they were in their varsity gym. 9 games Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Woods serving into the net, point Tyler High. Freshman game in this gym as well as the JV game going both to Tyler Legacy as they try to complete the sweep. Here's Mackenzie Callow getting ready to send it over the timeline. Trahan into the middle, Neely. Callow gets to it. Duran, a little poke over the net. A nice job, and Duran's going to get it home for the Lady Lions. The dig move right at the net. Make it 11-6. Late arriving crowd, everybody thought it was going to be 7:15, 7:30, but with the quick conclusion to the JV contest, we got started here bright and early tonight. Trahan skies one in the air, and then the free ball is knocked down at the net. Neely tried to get it over. Instead, the point goes to Tyler High. They're trying to get back into it, trailing by just 4. Callow to serve it over again. The southpaw puts it over. Priest just barely gets to it. Now it's off to Goyne. Nice job by McLean sprawling to the floor. Here's Flores, taps it at the net. And now back over, driven towards Priest. Trahan right at the net. Battle going on. Lewis had it blocked. Duran keeps it alive. There's Graves. Still fighting at the net. Now back out to Woods. Lady Raiders set it up. Here's Goyne. Tapper. Nice job to get to it by the Lady Lions. And then Flores unable to get it over on the return. Point for Tyler Legacy. They snap the mini skid there for Tyler High. 12-7. Tyler High has won each of their last 6 matches 2-0. That was all in tournament play down in Galveston. I still got to figure out how to say that. It's the Yankee accent. I'm starting to get it, but not quite. Woods, Trahan, right back to Woods, who drives it home. 13-7, Tyler Legacy. They've jumped in front early and kept that momentum rolling. Looks like Briley Gamble into the game. She'll serve it over into the game for the first time here tonight. Sophomore, 2-sport athlete. Woods with the dig. Here's Goyne. Had it blocked at the net, but actually, no, it just hit the net. Did not hit Tyler High, and there goes a point to the Lady Lions. So 13-8 if you're just joining us. Clearly that timeout helped the blue and white. They were trailing 8-2. They've chipped back into it. Just now the 5-point differential. Just barely dug out by Goyne. Now here's Neely at the net. Deflected. McLean keeps it alive. Goyne drives it home. And I apologize. I'm gonna work through this delay a little bit. We're gonna go to a timeout here soon. There's a tapper at the net. We're going to go to a timeout for 30 seconds while I try to figure out this audio delay. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics.
Do at Biggs and Greenslade is partner with our clients and help them navigate a complicated process. I spent 10 years as a prosecutor and 10 years as a police officer before that, so I've had experience on every aspect of our court system.
I used to work for insurance companies. I was their trial lawyer. I know exactly how the insurance companies evaluate claims. We will make sure that we're hardworking so that we can take over your case. And
I apologize about that. Hopefully it is figured out. It is now 15-10. Still the advantage of Tyler Legacy. Hopefully that stream delay is a little bit better. Like I said, working out the kinks in the first broadcast of the year. I apologize if my voice was a lot ahead of the video stream. Try to figure that out in between sets. Regardless, though, 15-10 here. If you're just joining us, set one, Reese Landon with Tyler ISD Athletics. I guess it's better to figure this out early in the year as opposed to later in the year. Here's Blair Lash. Tapper into the middle. Callow dives and keeps it alive, but fortunately wayward. As it looks like the Tyler Legacy student section is going to be moving here. Tyler High Band coming in. There's about to be a mass dispersal, as you'll see on the opposite side of your screen. 16-10. There's a point for Tyler High. You'll see it on your screen. That is directly in front of us. 16-11. Duran to serve it up, puts it over for the Lady Lions. Tron dumps it off to Felton, had it deflected at the net. Sosa digs it out. Sosa is just going to have to get it over now towards Goyne. Here's Woods. Into the middle, Duran keeps it up. Backline Goyne. Gamble hustling after it. Woods throws the free ball across. McLean right back to her, and she drives it in. Tyler High trailing by just 4. So the Lady Lions certainly chipping back into this one. The energy has shifted a little bit inside the Lions' den. It's like the band filing in now. They must have been told 7:30. This place is really starting to get full. Here's Duran. Puts it over, high arcing serve. Woods approaches, fires. Sosa couldn't keep it alive. Another kill for Taylor Woods, who's been especially effective so far. Band's still getting in here. This place is going to get loud in between sets. Here's Kate Priest to send it over towards the back line, dug out by Sosa. Free ball smacked over by Honesty Houston, just into it. Olivia Graves, middle of the net, drives it in. 18-12, Tyler Legacy. Well, Tyler High has chipped back into it. The problem they're facing is that initial deficit, and they only got so many points to give now. Sent over. Here's Duran. Set up for Vega. Taps it. Priest, 2 hands, keeps it alive. Woods with a high arcing free ball that goes over the pack line, and a point for Tyler High. Looks like Dawn Stewart on the sideline encouraging her team. We got to make a run. It's kind of now or never in set 1, given how late it's starting to get. Ryan Vega, one of the sophomores on that Tyler High team, sends it over, and we get a stoppage on the floor as the officials will converge and talk about it. Doesn't look like we're going to have a point on either side. But yeah, join us next week. 3 games on the docket. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday might be Herman. Could be Jeremiah, but I think it'll be Herman on Tuesday. And then Thursday football, Tyler Legacy versus Texas High. Myself and Jeremiah Turner will be doing his first football game. The former Red Raider football player will be doing some color for me this year. And then on Friday, me and Herman have it. 7 o'clock kickoff, Tyler High and Marshall. Some old East Texas rivalries just now happening in non-district play. Still discussion going on the floor. trying to sort through it. Now one of the officials is over at the scorer's table. Well, he got some downtime. It's what I love about baseball. I can kind of talk about whatever during the game. It's that time of year, guys. Fantasy football is going on right now, obviously, and I can just, to my right, my phone is sitting on vibrate right now, and I can hear it about 100 times a minute. Fantasy football draft season. Isn't it perfect? Tyler Legacy will, well, wait. Now Don Stewart talking to one of the officials. Leo Scott kind of standing on his side of the floor, a little confused. Well, he had pulled Briley Gamble off the bench towards the scorer's table, but now sending her back that way, and looks like we're ready to get going again. Still not exactly sure the stoppage, but regardless, 18-13 in favor of Tyler Legacy. Vega getting ready to send it over the timeline. Packed gym here at Tyler High tonight. Going, digs it out. Trahan off to Lash, who taps it into the middle. Right back to Duran, and she puts it into the perfect spot. Tyler Legacy was pulled up way high towards the net, and Duran, almost like a little pop-up, just put it right over everyone's head. So 18-14. Tyler High has gotten it close a few times. Back down to 4. Trying for some momentum. Lash taps it into the middle, but right to Vega. Setting up. Here's Lewis, but right into the net. Graves and Woods were over there anyway, but into the net. There's a point for Tyler Legacy. Sosa will check back in. Out goes Ryan Vega. 19-14. Seems like everyone in Tyler is out tonight. Coaches, athletes from other sports. When Tyler High and Tyler Legacy get together, it is a gathering. Even on the volleyball court. Duran across the way. Lewis fading away into the middle for Woods. Trahan. Here comes Neely, who drives it in. Tyler Legacy trying to increase that gap. 20-14. Of course, these two teams will meet on the football field in about 2.5 weeks. The Rose City rivalry at Rose Stadium, a 7 o'clock kickoff. Low serve that time, but into the perfect spot for Trahan. 21-14. Just like a football score. And it looks like Dawn Stewart is going to use her last time out of the set. 21-14 is our score. We'll step away and check on this audio, or check on the audio delay a little bit. Take a minute timeout. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. The audio thing must have gotten a little bit worse during that timeout. Tyler High just getting the point, so we're going to try to figure this out in between sets. Like I said, the first match of the year, and I guess this is just part of it. It's like Houston is going to go back and smack it away for Tyler High. 21-15 is our score here in set 1. Sent over. Goyne. Trahan. Right back to Goyne. Taps towards the middle. Tyler High on it quickly. Now free ball over by Lewis. Here's Graves inside the back line. Point for Tyler Legacy. 22-15. Yeah, if I get the chance in between sets, because I know my audio is either delayed or way ahead, I'm going to try to look into this. Sent over towards McLean, or rather, yeah, McLean on the back line and couldn't get to it. There's a point for Tyler Legacy, who's really starting to pull away here at the end of set one, 23-15. So Woods is going to send it back over. The Lady Raiders try to take set one. Tyler High, they've got a major uphill battle to climb if you want to find a way to get set one. Woods sends it over towards McLean, Duran. Here's Neely, blocked at the net, but out of bounds, or out off that white line. And it is set point here for Tyler Legacy, 24-15. Woods will go back to serve it away. She's already had plenty of success there today. Trying to end it. Line drive. Duran. Lewis taps it over to Priest. Trahan. Woods comes in, but can't get it. A nice job by Duran to keep it alive. Now Flores, and now the point's going to go over to Tyler High. 24-16. Again, if you're having audio issues, it is not on your end. It is on our end. I've got to figure that out. But first game of the year, like I mentioned, we're going to figure it out kind of as we go. Callow back in for the Lady Lions. She'll put it over the timeline. Takes a couple of dribbles and now sends it over towards Neely, and Neely is unable to direct it back towards her teammates. There's a point for Tyler High, 24-17. So still a major uphill battle to climb, but Tyler High showing some fight here late in set one. Callow, line drive. Here's Goyne. Taps into the middle. McLean. Duran. Nice job by Priest to get to it. Now off to Neely. High ball tapped around. Sosa's got to hit it over and does. Trahan. Graves. Right back to Graves. Tapped around. One more for McLean, who gets it over. Goyne fading away, but got it to go in front of the diving McLean, and that'll end set number one. So we're going to figure out this audio stuff at the break, but set one goes to Tyler Legacy. They take it 25-17. On to set two. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. right, well, we're back here from Tyler High trying to figure out some of these audio issues. So if you got to listen to it on mute, I mean, that is not the worst option in the world, but it is 1-1 here as we start set 2. Still getting all of our graphics and everything back in as Duran gets ready to serve it away here. Duran sends it over and right into a pit of nothing, right onto the floor. Point Tyler High. Duran to send it back over as she'll hit it with the right arm and into the net. We're going to get this on your screen right now. Again, we're experiencing some audio issues, so stay with us. We're going to try to get this figured out as we go. 2-2 as score should now be updated on your screen. I'm doing what we can right now. Well, while we try to figure this out, I'm going to turn off my mic and kind of just leave the game mic on, and hopefully we get this situation figured out. But stick with us. We'll keep updating the score as we go along, but some technical difficulties here from Tyler High. All right, we're back here from Tyler High. I think I may have figured out the issue. Obviously, we don't have all the graphics we want right now, but hopefully that the audio is better. 5-2 Tyler Legacy as the team switching sides here for set 2. Just underway in set 2. Flores, low liner, but Priest keeps it alive. Flores back over, and too far. Outside the paint, 6-2 Tyler Legacy. Again, we're working to get all of our graphics and everything queued up once again, so stick with us, but hopefully it is at least a little bit better now as we go. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. We're going to take it with them. 30 seconds. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletic. Well, we're back here on Tyler ISD Athletics. Hopefully it is good now as we get ready to go, as Trahan gets ready to send it over. Again, I apologize. That shouldn't happen again. It was a little issue, but I know exactly what it was, so that should not be an issue throughout the year. If you're just joining us, 6-2 here in set 2. Tyler Legacy on top of Tyler High here in the Rose City rivalry. I guess everyone's got to get the first game jinxes out. This is my first game since baseball ended, so it's been a little bit. There's a point for Tyler Legacy. I'll make it 7-2 in favor of the Lady Raiders. Good first set for Tyler Legacy overall. They started fast and really finished fast. They pulled away early. Tyler High got back into it, but Tyler Legacy pulled away at the end. 25-17 our final in that set. Another point for Tyler Legacy. They're up 8-2. Remember, they started 8-2 in set one, and it worked out pretty well for them. Tyler High's going to have to dig deep and figure it out. Sent over. Duran. Now McLean on the charge going. Trahan Woods drives it home. 9-2 in favor of Tyler Legacy. They're on a big run right now. Dawn Stewart's already used one timeout here in set two. I gotta think she might start thinking about a second if this continues to move this way. So here we go. We're back to it. Hansen blocked at the net. A great job by Neely. That'll make it 10-2. And Stewart's starting to look at her bench. She's going to get some subs in there. There goes Michaela Lewis over towards the table. Again, we're still getting all our graphics up on the screen, but it should be done here a little bit. Duran. Flores dug out by Trahan. Setting up for Graves. Blocked at the net. Kept alive, though. Going deflected at the net and falls into no man's land. 11-2 Tyler Legacy. They have completely commanded the start of set two. Remember, they swept last year 3-0. They're trying to do the same thing here tonight. At the net, Duran, McLean, Tapper. Nice job by Neely to get to it. Over to Woods, who has to fade away. Tyler High set up well. Duran taps it, but Priest right there. Here comes Neely on the charge and gets it over right in front of Vega. 12-2. And this one's starting to get out of control in set two. Tyler Legacy, I believe now that is 8 in a row. Again, still getting all our graphics back up. There's Kaylin McLean, the senior. Off to Flores, a long tapper over. Trahan, Graves, blocked at the net, but off of Anaya Hansen. All right, here's our graphics are back. Trahan puts it over. Duran sets everything up. Here's Anaya Hansen towards the back line. Madison going to it. Tyler Legacy with the big lead. 13-2 here in set two. McLean trying to end the rally, but Tyler High can't keep it alive as it's blocked at the net by Graves. 14-2. And a timeout on the floor. Dawn Stewart's going to take her last here of the second set. 14-2. Lady Raiders, you're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Back here as we pick things up once again in set two, and for the Lady Lions, it has just really been a struggle. Ace for Tyler Legacy makes it 15-2 here in the second set. Reese Landon with Tyler ISD Athletics. Bring you along here from the Lions' Den. Trahan gets ready to send it over, but too far. So Tyler High finally stops the run. And a point on the side of the Lady Lions. Looks like Brian Vega is going to send it over here for Tyler High, and someone wasn't lined up. So we're going to have a reserve, it looks like here. 15-3, Tyler Legacy. Sent over towards Trahan. Now Woods. Woods passes across the way, blocked at the net by McLean. Nice job by the Tyler High senior. Talked about it a little bit in the pregame, averaging nearly 8 kills per year. That time getting it done at the net. 15-4. And there's another point for Tyler High. Shout out to Chris Curtis, who is tuning in tonight. I know he's trying to get the same operation over at Rockwall that we have in Tyler, and I know you're going to do a good job, buddy. 15-5 here. See, even we have issues in game one, the audio issues. Trahan, Woods drives it towards the back line, falling fast. McLean keeps it alive, and Lewis can't get it back over. Tyler Legacy ends that little mini run by Tyler High at 3. Svego will check out. On the floor right now for both sides, Hanson, Lewis, Duran, as well as, I believe, yeah, that is Jaylee Flores. Sosa and McLean for Tyler High is unable to dig it out there. Julia McQueen goes back towards the wall. Point for Tyler High. On the floor for Tyler Legacy, Julia McQueen, Kate Priest, Madison Goyne, Peyton Neely, Abby Trahan, and Olivia Graves. 16-6 here in set 2. Tyler Legacy taking set 1 by a final of 25-17. A lot of moving pieces in tournament play for Tyler Legacy, but not as much here tonight. But you look to the tournament, and there were some real highs for Tyler Legacy, who did not lose a set. And I believe they've kind of found their lineup combination. Blair Lash did not start either of the first 2 matches of the year, but started everyone in the tournament. As Duran can't dig it out, it goes into the stands, 17-6. But Blair Lash now into the starting lineup has done a pretty good job. She kind of offsets the front with Goyne and Woods. Been a nice piece into that lineup. Mikkel Reed was injured in the match against White House to open up the year. Deflected. McLean keeps it alive. Now Flores, and Sosa sends it into the net. Point Tyler Legacy. Reed is not dressed tonight, and she actually has a walking boot on the bench, so you've got to think she's going to be out at least for a little bit of time. But in her absence, Blair Lash stepping into the starting lineup tonight. Looks like maybe some condensation on the floor. Clean will get to it. 18-6 in favor of Tyler Legacy. Again, I appreciate everybody for sticking with us through those audio issues, and I can tell by the viewers now that it is probably fixed. Blocked at the net by Neely, sprawling to the floor, but unable to keep it alive is Gamble. And it's like we may have an injury on the floor. As Gamble appears to be down and in some pain on the floor. While we have the injury, we'll step away here for 30 seconds. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics.
To do at Biggs and Greenslade is partner with our clients and help them navigate a complicated process. I spent 10 years as a prosecutor and 10 years as a police officer before that, so I've had experience on every aspect of our court system.
I used to work for insurance companies. I was their trial lawyer. I know exactly how the insurance companies evaluate claims, We will make sure that we're hardworking so that we can take over your case and allow you to take care of yourself.
If you're going to be running stuff behind the scenes, that way I can talk back and forth. We're back here from Tyler High as Mackenzie Callow gets ready to send it over. Audio issues, bumps in the road. All in all, though, we're on air here tonight, so I can't really complain that much. Mackenzie Callow getting ready to send it over for Tyler High. She's a senior. A lot of seniors really on both teams. You look at the Tyler Legacy roster, they got 7 of them. Just a couple of juniors. Peyton Neely and Julia McQueen, but 3 sophomores. Bradley Gamble, Kel Reed, and then Annie Trahan. There's a spike dug out by McQueen, but that almost made it up here. It went outside of your vantage point, but that landed about 2 rows directly in front of us up here on the concourse at Tyler High. That'll make it 19-7. Volleyball is a sport where you got to kind of keep your head on a swivel. Trahan sends it over. Dug out by Callow right near the net, trying to keep it alive for the Lady Lions, and they can't. McLean sprawling to the floor, but no mas, 20-7. Both these teams will be back in action here relatively soon. Tyler Legacy on Saturday. Actually, I'm looking down at my game notes right now, and I have a couple of wrong dates as there's a spike home by Madison Goyne. First-year player, she's a senior, transferred in, and she's really filled a big spot in the Tyler Legacy starting lineup. But Tyler Legacy, they will go to Bullard on Saturday. Tyler High, on the other hand, they won't be in action again until their first district game. That'll be next Tuesday at Marshall. Tapped right down at the net by Felton. 22-7. In favor of Tyler Legacy as they look to end this here in set 2. Flores can't keep it alive. The Red Mob is alive and moving here inside the Tyler High gym. You can probably see them. Yeah, you can't see them on your screen. The opposite baseline, all camo theme. Dumped into the middle to Lash. Priest outgoing, drives it over. And actually, Tyler Legacy was out of sorts there, 23-8. Sosa will go back to hit it away, one of the seniors. Nereda Sosa, standing at 5 feet even, puts it over. Towards McQueen on the dig. Into the middle, Lash, got it to go. McLean going down to get it, but couldn't dig it out. Tyler Legacy set point. They have dominated set 2. After 7-1 kind of got close for a little while, Tyler Legacy pulling away at the end. This one has been Lady Raiders pretty much since ready, set, go. Goyne will push it over. McLean. Duran. Here's Flores. Keeping it alive, Trahan. Now Felton, and too many touches there for Tyler Legacy. We'll go to the Lady Lions, 24-8. Playing for just some moral victories here at the end of set 2. They are down quite a few right now. Trahan sets up Woods. Nice job by Sosa to keep it alive, but into the net. And that will go to Tyler Legacy as they end set 2 in style. 25-8. They are victorious here in set 2. We're off to set 3. Here's score through 2 sets. Tyler Legacy 2 and Tyler High none. Lady Raiders trying to get the sweep in set 3, and Tyler High trying to stay alive to see another. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics.
I was actually involved in a rear-end collision, and I was injured. It's not a fair and perfect world. Sometimes you have to have an attorney, and I just happen to know a good one. If you were to hire them, they're not gonna promise you the world and under-deliver. I received a pretty sizable amount of compensation. it would have been a nightmare if I hadn't reached out to Biggs and Greenslade.
We always dreamed of upgrading our car, but trying to navigate it all, it felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found Kelly Community, where someone finally helped us find the way. They listened, asked questions, built a plan that worked for us. With competitive rates, simple approvals, and real rewards for loyalty, we finally felt in control. Now, we're not just driving a car, we're driving toward our future, backed by a team we trust. Kelly Community Federal Credit Union. Feels good to do.
Well, we're back here as we get ready to start set 3. You can hear the band directly in front of us. My goodness, it is a loud one right now with the band directly in front of us, but they are playing quite the tune here from Tyler High School. 7-1 Tyler Legacy, 5-6 Tyler High doing battle here tonight on the volleyball court. Band's getting right back into it. They are directly in front of us. It gives you kind of the football feel. But Tyler Legacy dominates set 2. After winning set 1, there were some hiccups in the road. Tyler High certainly made it competitive at points, but for the Lady Lions, they have just been unable to compete up front with Tyler Legacy thus far. It's been really domination at the net for the front line of Tyler Legacy. They look to keep it going here in set number 3. Again, happy to have you along here tonight. Reese Lane with Tyler ISD Athletics. I appreciate everybody for sticking with us through the audio issues we had earlier. Hopefully it's a little bit better now. About 20 seconds to go before we start set 3. It looks like to start on the floor for Tyler Legacy, it's going to be a mixture of Olivia Graves, Aubrey Felton, Annie Tron, Taylor Woods, Madison Goyne, and Blair Lash. Tyler High over in their huddle. They're trying to stay alive, fight and claw, if you will. Tyler Legacy trying to win their 3rd in a row over Tyler High. That dates back to 2019, where Tyler High actually got them twice that year. 2 wins. Graves will depart. Priest in. The band appears to be just about done, and now they are done. Hopefully you can hear me a little bit better now. And here we go. Get ready to start set 3. Appears the Red Mob wants to engage in some of the video material or video production content that we have here inside the Lions Den tonight. Tyler High Student Media, or Tyler ISD Student Media. We've got kids on cameras, got kids on DJI Pockets. You should look it up, DJI Pocket 3. Super efficient camera. It's about the size of a quarter, but it shoots up to 4K, and that's what we've got a manned with tonight. Always good content on our socials at Tyler ISD Athletics on both Instagram and Facebook, at Tyler ISD_ATH on X/Twitter. As Tyler High can't get it back over on the other side, there's a point to start the set. 1-0. Madison Goyne getting ready to put it over. Line drive. Dug out. Here's McLean. Knocked down at the net. A nice job by Felton and Lash up front for Tyler Legacy. A couple of seniors, 2-0. Again, going back to those district standings, North Forney, how about a 10-0 start for the Lady Falcons? Tyler Legacy is going to see them later on. Tapped around here. Priest just barely keeps alive and sends it over. Libero wearing that white jersey. Looked like that might have tapped off McLean's head, but back on the side of Tyler Legacy as Felton spikes it into the net. Point Tyler High. They're on the board. Looks like maybe some people clearing out, and now some people coming back in inside the gym. This one just barely ricochets over the net. Woods on the charge. Nice job by the back line to keep it alive. Vega, kind of an awkward hit, but does get it over. Woods again. Is the second time the charm? Yes, it is. That ball going right over the Tyler High bench. A point for the Louisiana Tech bound Taylor Woods, whose father, Rashawn, obviously the head football coach at Tyler High. So the interesting dynamic there, you've actually got the daughters of both head football coaches in the district playing for Tyler Legacy tonight. You have the two sisters, the two Trahan sisters, the daughters of Tyler Legacy head football coach Bo, and then Rashawn Woods' daughter Taylor tonight. Nice job by Olivia Graves letting the action come to her. She spikes it. Tyler High thought she did that maybe perhaps a bit illegally, but doesn't look well. Now Kayla McLean's going over to the official on the far side of your screen to have a conversation. We'll see what happens with that. And it looks like it's going to stay a point to Tyler Legacy. Going back to that North Forney point, Tyler Legacy, they're going to be going to North Forney on the 9th of September. That's a Tuesday. Duran, here comes McLean sweeping around. A nice job by Trahan. Takes it out. Here's Goins. Center cut, but tapped right down at the net by Kaylin McLean. Get a peek on your screen again about the numbers coming in for McLean to this year. See almost 8 kills per game, right at the net, being efficient there. So it's 3-2, or rather 4-2. I got to catch up on the score. Have to manually score these games inside the gyms. Football, I get scoreboard, which pretty much is automated setting as Tyler Legacy struggles there to get it back over. And there's a point for Tyler High. I got to kind of figure out how to do everything again, because I do test runs in the off season, but it never actually emulates anything game-like. So the first time I have to do it, some kinks in the road. Trahan sets up blast, drives it in. 5-3 Tyler Legacy. Hopefully this becomes more of a consistent matchup year to year. Like I had mentioned earlier, these teams, when they shared a district, played twice a year. Then they didn't play it all in 2020. Didn't play it all in 2021. 2022 they played, but it was only in a tournament. 23 they didn't play. Last year was the first time, as serving into the net is Trahan. There's a point for Tyler High, who's starting to really create some momentum in set 2, 5-4. But these two teams had a gap between 2019 and 2024 where they didn't play at all during the regular season. It would be good to see that come back. Obviously, the two high schools within Tyler ISD, rivalry anywhere you go. Trahan dishes off. Kind of a paddleboard type hit there for Neely, but dumps it in the middle for a point. The backhand fade away, but it worked. As I mentioned earlier, Tyler High's Dawn Stewart nearing her 500th career victory. Should get it at some point this year. She's had a heck of a career at a whole bunch of stops. Her second year leading the Lady Lions. Last year was a little bit strugglesome. I mean, you look at where they finished. As there's a tapper into the middle with 13 victories. But she's already got them at 5 this year, and there's reason to believe that that may grow. That total may grow this year. They expect to be pretty competitive in district. Here's Goin. He's altered at the net. Or was it Tyler High saying maybe it hit the net? Point initially goes to Tyler Legacy. We'll see if it stands. For now, it's 7-4. And it's going to stay in favor of Tyler Legacy. Not all that surprising there, given the initial call. Remember to follow our social medias at Tyler ISD Athletics, Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter at Tyler ISD_ATH. Well, plenty of photo and video content from tonight. Like I mentioned earlier, Tyler ISD Athletics student media. We got kids everywhere shooting photos, shooting video, creative stuff with the crowd. I know the Red Mob just got a video shout out a little bit ago, but make sure to follow us there. A lot of hardworking kids. We're putting a lot of effort into it and trying to revitalize it, so make sure to give us a follow on there as well as on the YouTube. You can follow us, click post notifications. You'll never miss a game. It's a win-win for everybody. Here's Woods, but couldn't get enough on it. Tyler High playing good defense there. They were set up well, but Woods can't get it over. 7-5. Tyler High has never led here tonight. Set one, they really battled. They got it within 4. I believe it was 18-14, if I'm remembering right. But they ultimately just ran out of gas at the end of the set after being up 9-2 at one point. Unable to get it over there is Houston. 8-5. Set 2, though, Tyler Legacy took and ran. Won that one 25-8. Priest just barely got it over the net, but it takes a perfect Tyler Legacy bounce and lands on the Tyler High side, 9-5. Priest sends it into the middle towards McLean. Duran taps into the middle, but a sliding job by Trahan. Tapped around. Woods going to have to send the free ball over. McLean. Now Vega couldn't get it back over. That has been a problem for Tyler High here tonight. I think if you can point at a couple of things that they have been outclassed in, it is play at the net as well as play on defense. McLean, spiked by Felton off of Duran, and another point for Tyler Legacy. Well, this is the point if you're Dawn Stewart's group. You're right into it. Now you see the momentum teetering, and right on cue, you see the timeout. Stewart trying to stop some of that momentum. 11-5 here in set number 3. Tyler Legacy going for the clean sweep. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics.
I was actually involved in a rear-end collision, and I was injured. It's not a fair and perfect world. Sometimes you have to have an attorney, and I just happen to know a good one. If you were to hire them, they're not gonna promise you the world and under-deliver. I received a pretty sizable amount of compensation. It would have been a nightmare if I hadn't reached out to Biggs and Greenslade.
We always dreamed of upgrading our car, but trying to navigate it all, it felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found...
We're back here in set number 3. Just underway after the timeout. There's a drive home by Felton. Priest will go back to serve. We get ready to get moving once again. There's another point for Tyler Legacy. Give a shout out to Kelly Community Federal Credit Union, which has been serving Smith County for over 60 years, caring for our community like family. From savings and checkings accounts to loans and investments, we're here to help you achieve your financial goals. With Kelly Community, save more, earn more, do more financially. Doing more there are the Lady Lions as they counter with a point of their own. Another point for the Lady Lions. They're certainly digging in a little bit. And you got to. I mean, it's do or die here in set 3. But they have not given up. You got to give them credit on that end. They're still playing just as hard as set 1. Lewis sends it over towards Woods. Trahan going. Line drive. Nice dig. Back over to the Legacy side. Here comes Neely across the way. And a nice job there by... I believe that was Honesty Houston that let that one go. So all of a sudden, Tyler High itching their way right back into it. It's a 5-point set. Kayla Lewis, Jr. sends it over. Felton, back to Lewis. High arcing ball over the net. Set up here, awkward angle, going barely, or rather Neely kept it alive, but barely. Trahan, going towards the back line, dug out by Lewis. Across the way, Flores dumps it into the middle, but Woods on it. Neely, Tapper, Duran right back with a two-hand pass. Here's Goin, couldn't get it over. That's 4 in a row for the Lady Lions. And with that, we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Here's Leo Scott wants to talk it over with his group. 13-9 as we are in the middle of set 3. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics.
At Biggs and Greenslade, when we say maximize your recovery, we're not just talking about monetary compensation.
We're talking about making the most complete physical recovery, getting back to the people and things you love, and making the most of the time that you've been given.
We always dreamed of upgrading our car, but it felt like being lost in a maze. Then we found Kelly Community. They listened, asked questions, built a plan that worked for us. Now, we're not just driving a car, we're driving toward our future. Kelly Community Federal Credit Union.
The lawyer who is most prepared is going to win most of the time. And it doesn't take a catchy phrase or some type of gimmick to do that. This is a family business, and that's what our focus is taking care of our clients who are our family as soon as they walk in the door.
For Tyler Legacy versus Tyler I. We're back here from the Lions Den. 13-9 is our scores. Michaela Lewis will send it over towards Kate Priest. Trahan, now Neely, and going down to get it was Houston, but couldn't. So Tyler Legacy out of the timeout, gets the quick point. 14-9. Here comes Lash as well as Annie Trahan. Checking out Abby Trahan and Peyton Neely. Annie's going to send it over on a line. Dug out, but Flores dug it out too far. (15-9). Tyler Legacy with the advantage. Tapped over, Priest, now Trahan. Across the way, Lash, dumps in the middle and got it to go. So out of the timeout, Tyler Legacy with some new juice. 3 in a row out of the timeout. Trahan sends it over. Tyler High sprawling. McLean keeps it alive. Gonna be a tough play, and Lewis can't get to it. Tyler Legacy starting to pull away once again. 17-9 here in set number 3. Trahan's had a good night. Both Trahan sisters have. Houston dumps it back. Lash sets up Felton, who dumps it towards McLean, but kept it up. The front, Duran just free serves over. Felton, nice job by McLean. Duran dumps it over. Priest keeps it alive. And now Tyler High discombobulated a bit. They do get it back over. Lash driving into the net. Vega keeps it alive with a one-hander, and then Lewis way too much mustard on it. 5 in a row for Tyler Legacy out of the timeout. They lead 18-9. Trahan, Liner, Duran, and now Flores who got it. That'll snap the skid. J. Flores, third-year varsity player. Dawn Stewart in the midst of her second season over at Tyler High, 18-29 coming into tonight. Leo Scott, his first year, has fit like a glove so far. 7-1 to start his Lady Raider tenure. Backline hit Houston right along the line, but just a bit outside the paint. 19-10. Goin will go back to hit it away once more as it looks like McQueen is about to check in for Tyler Legacy. Goin is going to depart. Remember, Tuesday we'll be back at it. Volleyball, North Crowley and Tyler Legacy. A long trip for North Crowley, who's obviously very well known for their football program, but their volleyball team's going to make a trip to the Rose City on Tuesday. 6:30 start time. There's a kill for McLean. The Tyler High section certainly trying to eke on their team right now. They're getting into it. Not a lot of ground to give, but still pushing. Queen just barely got to that one. Here's Flores. She'll set up Duran. Tapped around by Lash and Trahan. Over to Woods. Back middle, Lewis. Duran wants to set up Houston, but Priest on the spots. Here's Woods. Couldn't get it over. Point for Tyler High. 19-12. Remember, you don't got a lot of ground to give because we're obviously going up to 25, but you've seen flashes throughout all three sets. Although the Lady Lions have never led, they've had some runs here and there. Can they put one together? Trahan sets up Lash, kept alive. Nice job by Duran. Then the fight at the net, but didn't end up even getting over the net as it falls right in front of Vega and McLean. Point for Tyler Legacy. 20-12 is our score. Tyler Legacy trying to go to 8-1. It would be 7 victories in a row heading into the Bullard match on Saturday. Sent over, and Houston couldn't keep it alive, 21-12. Well, I don't have live stats with me right now, but I can tell you, just look at the season averages, I would imagine that there's going to be some new season highs set for everyone on this roster for Tyler Legacy here tonight. Timeout on the floor looked like it was Dawn Stewart who took her final timeout of the set. We'll keep it here. Looks like a short timeout. Tyler Legacy with 1 remaining. Tyler High has none. 3 games next week, so I'll get plenty of run trying to figure out the audio here. But I think I have it figured out for now. We're going to kind of see as we go along. But thank you all for joining us here tonight. Our first broadcast of the 25-26 school year. I was looking into the numbers earlier today. We should have either right at 100 or just above, so you can listen to me talk again for 100 times this year. Remember, click follow, like our video, subscribe. Never miss a game. Just turn on post notifications. You'll be notified every time we go live. 3 games next week, obviously the 2 football and volleyball. The following week, I believe it's back down to 2, just 1 volleyball, and then obviously Tyler High, Tyler Legacy football that Friday night from Rose Stadium. Hoping it's a good game. Last year, we saw a really good game in the first half. Tyler High pulled away in the second half, but then Tyler Legacy came all the way back and nearly won it late. So hoping for some of the same drama this year. McLean couldn't get it over. Tyler Legacy starting to pull away in this one, 22-12. So they look to make it 7 in a row. Felton getting ready to put it over. And puts it on a line over. Lewis dumps it off McLean into the middle. Nice job by McQueen just into the game to keep it alive. McQueen diving again as she runs into Trahan, and now it just falls into no man's land. I think Leo Scott kind of saying, let's go after that one. 22-13. A deep hole to climb out of if you're Tyler High, but it is not over yet. Sent over towards Priest. Now Trahan, here's Woods, blocked at the net, and a spinner. Vega can't get it. 2 away are the Lady Raiders, 23-13. There goes Lash and Trahan out. Annie goes for Abby, and Neely in for Lash. Right near the end of this one, 23-13 is our score. Flores with the dig, Duran. Over to McLean, high hit towards the back corner, and it looks like the initial decision is towards Tyler Legacy, and it is towards Tyler Legacy. Kaylin McLean cannot believe it, and she is letting the official hear about it right in front of the backside net. For now, it's a point for Tyler Legacy. It was right along that white line in the back left corner. It appears we have some armchair officials on both sides letting each other hear about it. It is going to stay with Tyler Legacy. So it's set point and match point as well. Trahan just a little bit too much on it. Tyler High will take it now, but they have quite literally zero margin for error. Lady Lions fighting until the end. Tyler High to put it over. McQueen. Trahan. Nearly into the middle. Dug out by Houston. Flores. Here's Woods. Drives it off the front and down. That'll do it. Tyler Legacy victorious in the 2025 rendition of the Rose City rivalry on the volleyball court. It's gone final here from Tyler High. Tyler Legacy taking set 3, 25-14. We're not going to have a postgame here today, as got to get some things, have some moving pieces around the way, but we will have a postgame for volleyball next Tuesday. I'll be more prepared for that one. But for tonight, we've gone final 25-17, 25-8, 25-14. 3 straight sets to finalize it here from the Lions Den. So Tyler Legacy, they've now won 3 in a row against Tyler High, and they've now won their last 7. For Tyler High, they've fallen to 5-7. They're two out of their last 3 streak is snapped. For Tyler Legacy, they are now 8-1 on the year in action on Saturday. Until then, I'm